Poppy. As I search my heart and mind for the words to say, please know that there are no words that could truly describe what a precious soul he was. 22 years ago, Poppy came into my life. I was just a young little girl and soon would become the light of his life. Poppy loved big. His actions proved time and time again how much he loved and cared for me. Growing up, I could always count on him. With both my parents working, Poppy was the go-to. He would pick me up daily from school. We would get to his house, and he would say, "Abracadabra," and the door would be unlocked, trying day after day to convince me that he had magically done it himself. One of my favorite pastimes was going to his house and laying over on his big belly as my pillow. I loved to love Poppy. When I was just a little girl, I can remember going to golf with him back when golfing was at Goodyear. We would sneak away from the clubhouse, only for him to switch seats with me and let me drive. He was always ready for a trip to El Tap, and if I wanted Mexican, I knew who I could call. As the years passed, Poppy became my biggest fan, my cheerleader, if you will. He supported me and took up for me when no one else was in my corner. He had my back at all times. I could always count on Poppy. His love for me as his baby girl followed me into my adult life as I looked to him to find qualities I would find in my husband, Matt. If you know my husband and you know Poppy, then you know what I'm talking about. Poppy was a precious and loving husband to my sweet Nanny, and loved and spoiled her beyond measure. Poppy and Matt hit it off right from the start, as my husband even invited and took him on his bachelor trip. They had many long talks and great times together. Poppy's love would also continue as I had children of my own. Poppy was there, waiting to greet both of my boys with loving arms. Poppy loved big. He loved my boys, and I can see the way he loved me as a child. He was now loving my children the same way. Poppy never missed a game or a practice. Our Brooks could always look up in the stands and see him there. Now my children could count on him the same way I did. I can see Poppy walking up at the ball field. You know, the man with the big belly, white hair, smacking 2 pieces of gum, popcorn in his hand, saying, "Hey baby, you want anything?" I'm so thankful my boys got to experience the same love that Poppy gave. The past couple of weeks, I tried so hard to be everything I could for Poppy. Cooking 1 meal a week for him, visiting as much as possible, and getting him to myself once a week to spend some extra time with him. The last place I took Poppy was to El Tap. I then convinced him to go next door with me to get our toes done. He explained that Nanny had gotten him a pedicure the day before, but I still got him to go. I worked so hard to get Poppy home from the hospital, collaborating with 2 specific nurses, Riley and Haley, who I have reached out to since he's passed. We worked diligently to get him home. I had 30 hours left. I am so honored to be the one who got to take care of him. Me, along with my nanny, my dad, my brother Justin, my cousin Paige, and my other family and friends, took care of this precious man until he took his last breath. We were there, and he went peacefully. Poppy loved Jesus, and I know that he is with Jesus. He showed me how Jesus wants us to love others. Poppy loved everyone. Poppy never met a stranger and had a big hug for anyone who wanted one. He always had a kind word, gentle spirit, and could relate and get along with people from all walks of life. He had friends everywhere he went, of all ages, of all kinds. He loved like Jesus does. Where do I go from here? What do I do without my biggest cheerleader, my biggest fan, my LTAP buddy? I feel like the memories I have and cherish with him will get me through the days ahead. He was too sick to stay, and God needed him more. God wanted to heal him, and I can find some peace in knowing that he is with him.